it's Katie with String Expert. Today we're going to learn the Beethoven Sonata. Let me play it for you. So, as you can hear, this is a bright and festive and fun piece. So we're in the key of G major. So remember, with the key of G major, we're going to have a low second finger on the A string and the E string, and a high second finger on the D and the G string. So let's get started learning the notes. We can do them separately and then add the slurs in later. That'll be helpful for you. So we're going to start from the beginning. Let's play the first few notes. We start with a G. Then we have fourth finger A, G, open A, B, back to the G. Now we're going to jump from this G to this G. So be very careful as you cross the strings to make sure that you use enough elbow strength to get to the E string without hitting the A string. Don't start playing the E string until you get there. That way you won't have any squeaks or you won't hit the A string. So you have G to G, and then back to D on the E string, and then D to B, B back to the G. Let's try that again. And then we have C, B, A, B, C, A, D, E, D, B, C, A, and then we repeat that same beginning phrase. So let's try that entire section. And then the same phrase again. Now instead of going to the G this time, we're going to go to the C. Then we have E, D, E, F sharp. So let's try the entire first line. And then moving on to the second line, we have G, D, E, C, B, D, C, A, fourth finger A, G. So that's the entire first section. Let's try that entire line in about a line and a half. C, B, A, B, D, C, E, B, C, E, D, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. So let's try that entire section again, starting right at the repeat. And moving on to line number 3, we have C, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, and then we have D, E, F sharp, G, A, C, B, C, D, C, A, B. So let's try that entire section, starting with the repeat on the second line. Same main phrase, G, A, G, A, B, G, and then moving on, we're still playing the same notes we've learned before, and then keep going on, we're still playing the same thing. Here's where it changes. So we have E, D, E, F, G, D, E, C, B, D, C, A, G. So let's try that from the repeat all the way to the end. Line. If you're a beginner student, I wouldn't worry about this, but if you're a little bit more advanced and you played some third position, it might be fun for you to do this. It has 8BA LIB. So what this is telling you to do is if you want to play this an octave higher and sort of play around with it a little bit, you can. I'm not going to teach you how to do that on this video because I want this to be for beginners. So for us, we're just going to ignore the top notes and just follow the bottom notes. So we have D, 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 D. And then G, B. D, D, D. B. And then we have D, 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 D. G, B, D. F sharp, G. G, 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 G. So go through this piece slowly and spend a lot of time getting the notes right without worrying about the bowing. The bowing isn't too terrible in this piece, but it is a little bit of a challenge. Now what we want to do is go through and get it with the bowing. But I would recommend, if you don't know the notes very well, pause the video, work on the notes, get the notes right, then come back and play it with the bowing. So we have a lot of slurs in this piece and we want to be very expressive. So we're going to start from the beginning and we're going to add in all the slurs, and we want to really think about making everything sound beautiful and smooth and connected. Here we go, from the beginning. sure, make sure that you save a lot of bow for this section because we have a lot of notes. Just like that. And then moving on. Now, as you can see, we start out piano, so we're going to start out very, very quietly. Then we get to the end of the first line and it says crescendo. So we're going to get louder and louder until we get to the next measure where we're going to be forte. Then we're going to decrescendo off to the end of the phrase. So we start off piano, we build into this big dramatic sound, and then we break away into a more quiet sound. Then moving on from the repeat, we're going to be at mezzo forte, so medium loud, and we're going to continue to play with the slurs. Let's try it from the repeat. Where you have the make sure for each one of those quarter notes you use a full bow, you get all the way to the top, so then you have room to play all of those 6 notes. That's really, really important. Okay, then moving on from that section, let's start right at the piano. So we're going to start really quietly and we're just going to play the main melody over again. Too quiet. And then we're going to repeat that section, so make sure you go back to the repeat. And then with the ending, we're going to do the down bow with the D. And then we're going to do 2 staccato up bows. And then down bow. And then 2 staccato up bows for the G and the B. D. 2 more staccato up bows. B. And we're going to retake our bow, so go all the way around and reset it. Make sure you place your bow before you play, and let's do that again. Rest, rest, staccato up bow. Now, as you can see, the last note has a little dot with a sort of half moon over the top of it. That's a fermata. That means that you can hold out that note for as long as you want to. So what I like to do is I like to hold it out and sort of decrescendo until it fades to the end. So thank you so much for learning this piece with me. It's been such a pleasure. Of course, if you have any questions, go to my website, stringexpert.com. I want to play it through from the beginning to the end so you can hear the entire piece with all the repeats. And I've really enjoyed working on this piece with you. Bye for now.